to Tennis Master in this first tutorial video where we're going to be looking at 5 steps to a more powerful serve aimed at the 12 and under age group. Okay, now here we have Leo. Now Leo is a decent, regularly competing junior. He's been playing tennis for a good 5 years. And for his age, at 11 years old, he's got a fairly big serve, fairly decent. A lot of it down to technique. Now let's take a look. Now, great serve. By all means, this is not a perfect serve that we're looking at. There's plenty of flaws in there. Not too bothered about that just yet. But he's developed a lot in his game. Go on, Leo. Go. A lot in his game, a lot of the key fundamentals to allow him to generate a lot of pace on his serve. So, without further ado, we're going to go into 5 steps which are going to allow you to adopt this and bring power to your game. Let's go into tip number 1, which is having the correct grip. So in tennis, we need to have the chopper grip. So to get the chopper grip, I'm going to hold the racket, I'm just going to squeeze the strings either side, bring it down, and I'm going to level up so the V between my finger and thumb where it meets is down the left bevel here. So if I was going to chop something in half, that's the grip I would use. Okay, and that's really going to be essential if you want to have a big serve. The reason for this is if you don't have the chopper grip, if you're on a forehand grip, which a lot of juniors are, when you go to hit your serve, your contact point is going to be really low. And for shorter junior players, that's going to be really difficult. You're not going to get any sort of neck clearance. If I'm in a chopper grip, I'm going to be able to reach right up and get maximum height, which is what you're really going to have if you wanted to get some power on your serve. Okay, if you're new to the chopper grip, it's going to be quite difficult for you your arms, especially for junior players, to have the strength to do it. So I'm going to give you a few exercises now, which is going to give you the strength to be able to use a chopper grip on serve. Let's take a look. Okay, so once you've got your chopper grip and you want to develop the strength in your arm, a few exercises to do. These are things that you can do on a daily basis before you have your lesson, just to get the strength. You can do them at home as long as you've got a fair bit of space and it's safe. Just going to get the chopper grip, ready Leo? So first things first, we're just going to get the ball, grip the chopper grip, and we're just going to go side to side. So this is fairly easy to do, but once you do it, see how low you can get the ball there, Leo? Okay, so you see you can get it really fast, really low down, the lower the better, so you're not getting too much height on the ball. How's your arm feeling? A little bit achy. Okay, that's good. That means you're using the muscles which are going to help him to develop. So again, you can do that. Just do it for a couple of minutes. It will start to ache, but you will develop the muscles. Right, next exercise. Still in the chopper grip. Keep checking it, because if you're not used to a chopper grip, it will start to come round. If it comes round, you're not going to get any benefit from this. So keep checking it. Make sure you stay in chopper grip. So this time, knuckles on top. Going to get the ball. Just go bounce down. Off you go. Okay, now what I want you to do there is get lower to the floor, get low down. See how low you can get those bounces? This you're going to feel in the wrist. It must be chopper grip. Let's bring it higher. Okay, bring it up. And we're going to bounce down now shoulder height. Okay, now you're going to get it into the shoulder. You'll feel it up in your shoulder. You should feel it aching again. Arm aching a little bit? Yeah. If it's aching, that means it's not used to doing it. And the more you do these exercises, the more you'll be able to strengthen up your arm, your wrist, and your shoulder, ready for some big serves. Okay, let's have a look at tip number 2. Okay, so now we've got the right grip and we've got a little bit of strength in the arm and we're comfortable in chopper grip. What we need to do now to make sure we can really unlock the power on the serve is make sure that we're using pronation. Now pronation, as we go to the ball, our wrist turns to make the strings flat. So that up and turn is for pronation. And this is going to allow me to get the maximum height of the contact. That's going to make me use the levers to the maximum I can. And again, the longer my arm and racket is traveling, the more pace and the more speed I'm going to build up. So what Leo's going to do now is just going to do a shoulder serve. He's going to go from this position, elbow back, and he's just going to practice. He's going to go edge onto the ball, and then he's going to turn, pronate, ball pace. So just going from the shoulder, it's going to be up and here. We're just going to go, we're going to be close in here. Leo's just going to go straight down that tramline. You got a ball? Okay, so just going to go shoulder serve, straight down the tram. Okay, so we're left a bit. So that meant you've got a bit of spin. Okay, keep going up, keep turning. Right down. Excellent. Excellent. Keep that shoulder back. Yeah. Up and good. Well done. Because if Leo, just hold on 1 second, if we see the ball curling around to the side there, he's getting sliced on the ball. That's going to take away the speed. We're talking about a flat, powerful serve. So for this to be right, he needs to pronate and go through. If he's getting spin, he's not pronating enough. So let's go again. Right down the middle. Alright, not bad. You know, ball, have a couple more, Leo. Take a couple of steps back. What we can do is gradually move back. There we go. Shoulder serve. Yeah, throw it up. That's excellent, Leo. Well done. So you can see there the ball went right down the middle of the tram line. There was no spin on the ball. He pronated perfectly. He had a nice high contact, which is going to help him get the neck clearance. Okay, so he's really starting to develop that serve now and starting to get some pace, but it's not finished yet. Okay, we're going to move on to now to tip number 3. Number 3 tip, to develop a more powerful serve, we want to make sure that we're getting into a good pre-throw position. Now your pre-throw position is the shape your body's in before you throw your racket at the ball, because that's what we're looking for here, the throwing action. So Leo's going to be practicing his ball toss, and what we're looking for here is that as he releases the ball, his racket is parallel to his left hand. What we're not after is this. This is a really common one. Dropping the racket down here. You see people in that position. You're going to get inertia and you're going to lose a lot of power. So we're looking to get into position. You're just going to throw the ball up, get parallel with the arms, and let the ball bounce. Off you go, Leo. Very good. So we can see. Do it again, Leo. Very good. Very good. So we can see the shape of his racket, his arm here, are very much in line. Also, really important, just come close there, Matthew. Yeah, pre-throw, Leo. Just, that's it, get into your pre-throw, that's it. So what we can see here as well is Leo's elbow is hidden from his opponent. A lot of people will bring the elbow around here, like that, and again, use a lot of wrist because they can't get the action. So this elbow needs to be hidden from your opponent. When he's ready to strike, throw his racket about that ball, his elbow should, his opponent should not see this elbow. So, one more, Leo. Okay, try again. This is the pre-throw. Okay, good. Okay. The other thing as well with Leo here, Leo's got a pinpoint technique, so he brings his back foot up and he draws it in line. There's various ways you can do this. You can serve with the back foot back, okay? But the downside of that is you don't get as much height. If you imagine if you're trying to reach up for something, the wider the legs are, the less reach you have. So I think for junior players, having a pinpoint technique is going to be good because it's going to maximise the height that they can get. So Leo's going to do his pre-throw again. This time, I want to see Leo, that back foot, come in and be parallel, close in, but parallel to your front foot. We don't want to see the feet in opposite directions. Off we go, let's see the feet. Very good, one more. Okay, very good. So we can see now Leo's got the shake, got a good pre-throw. He's got the chopper grip, and he's got the shoulder rotation ready to go. Okay, so now we're on to tip number 4, where we're going to look at something really important, and this, in my opinion, is something that's not looked at enough, and it is shoulder over shoulder rotation. Okay, so as Leo's serving, if you start serving there, Leo, just do a few serves. I want you to look at Leo's shoulders. 1 second, sorry, Leo. So if we look when Leo gets into that pre-throw position, show me that, Leo. We look at that, just hold that position if you can. His left shoulder is up, his right shoulder is down. Okay, so his shoulders are almost in that position. Okay, what we're looking to do, a lot of people will do this. They will bring the left hand down early, and the shoulders become level. So if your shoulders are level and you're trying to generate pace, that's going to be a lot more difficult to do. You're going to get a lot less than if you're going from here round. Okay, so he's going to change his left shoulder to right shoulder, and he needs to do that really quickly. So the way to do this is going to leave his left hand up for as long as he can, and then he's going to spring the left hand, he's going to snap it down towards his belly, and then in turn back, he's going to fire his racket up and allow him to generate some pace. Okay, so you've got to practice, Leo. Okay, so just practice it, yeah? Let's go. Okay, and again. Good, so a lot of pace coming down on that. And again. Try and keep your head still on your serve, Leon, yeah? So get that throw. Yeah, and stop. Okay, so if you watch that, you can really see that Leo's doing a great job there of getting his left shoulder up. He's not bringing it down too early. He's not getting his shoulders level. He's going straight from that position and he's snapping it around, which is allowing him to get the pace. Okay, right, so as for tip number 5, this is more of a drill than a tip, but when it comes, we're looking at developing power on the serve, but as we know, power is nothing without control. We've got to be able to control this serve. Now, not an error, but one thing I see a lot of people doing is putting cans down in the box. So if you follow me here, Matthew, putting cans. So a common one is putting a can down here, here, and here. And it's fun because we try and knock the can down. It goes, the can, fires away, and it feels great when we hit one. But the fact is, I could put a can here, and I could hit that can and feel great. But that could actually be a really ineffective serve, because if that ball has got a bit of slice, I could hit the can. If it's got some slice, that ball could be coming in and straight into my backhand strike zone, allowing my opponent to attack. So what I want you to think about when you're practicing your serves, what I like to do is put the target off the court. So you can see the lines going down here. We've got a line here, we've got a line here. When you're hitting the flat serve down the tee, you want the ball going down that area. Because as a returner, if I'm here, if that ball goes flat down there, that's gonna a very high chance of getting aced. If I do get my racket on it, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be really going into defense mode. So we don't want the balls going down here. So think about hitting the serves off, or getting your targets off the court to make sure it's effective. So we're gonna get Leo down that side now, and he's gonna have a chance. He's gonna gel it all together and see if he can really start to get some powerful serves going down the tee here. Okay, so we've got Leo down this end now, and he's practicing his flat serve, and he's going down the tee. We've got the markers. You probably won't be able to see it on the camera there, but he's got the markers. He's looking at it. He's a powerful serve right down that tee. Keep going. This is all about repetition now. The more he does it, the more he's going to get success. So good. It's just coming in. We can see the far target there just coming in, so his opponent's probably in there to get that back. We're looking for that pure spin down the tee. And again, keep going. Keep going. We're not going to get it right. This is where repetition, this is where we need thousands of repetitions. Yeah, we're left. To get this right. Ooh, nice, Leo, nice. Is that in? Yeah. Definitely in. Right, and again. Down there. We can see here, now for 11 years old, that's a fast serve. Keep going, Leo. Let's take a look down that end now and see how effective these serves are. Come down, Leo, come down. I don't think we're going to get a better serve than that one. So you can see there, he's got the pace, he's got the direction going down that zone. If he starts to get the repetition on this and starts to get the, his percentage in, that's going to become a formidable weapon. At 11 years old, what I would say here is just remember, this is, come down there, Leo. At 11 years old, this is really about technical investment. If you want to go out and win tournaments, Leo's playing, he's playing a lot of tournaments, dipping his toes. He played a few Tennis Europe events. At 12 and under, if you want to go out there and you want to win tournaments, in my opinion, forget all this. All you need to do is just get the ball over and in, get into your rally, it's going to be fine. This is technical investment for the future. So Leo's going to get all the benefits of this, not necessarily now, But when he starts playing under 14, 16, certainly 18s, the serve is such a dominant part of the game. So, but if you put the technical investment in now, you get the benefits later on. It really is a case of short-term pain, long-term gain. So my advice, get this stuff done now. It will pay off later on. Okay, sometimes you just got to sacrifice a little bit short-term. But if you want to have a powerful serve, those are the 5 key areas to be looking at. And if you do that, you'll be able to develop it, and hopefully you'll be able to have a big weapon of a serve. So thanks for watching. This is the first tutorial video that we've done. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you got some use out of it. We'll hopefully do some more in the future. We'll make them a little bit better. We've got wind turbines here, so if you're wondering what that dodgy kind of hissing sound is, we've got the wind turbines which are making that, which we can't really do anything about, but we'll hopefully get some better quality content in future. I'd like to say a big thank you to Leo for helping out in the video. A big thank you for Matthew behind the camera there, who's doing a great job. Remember, hit the subscribe button, because we're going to have a lot more product reviews coming out and a lot more tutorials. If you liked it, don't forget to give us a thumbs up as well. Okay, thanks for watching.